Hello, everyone, and welcome to foreclosure.com. My name is Tim Jones, and I'm excited to introduce our guest today, veteran, master real estate investor, Tim Cook. Tim, great name.
Hey, thanks, Tim. Welcome to the TNT show.
Hey, we might have to start that moving forward.
Yeah, we might.
Well, thank you again for taking the time to speak with us. And would you mind telling the audience, a brief background of your real estate history and maybe your role in the West DFW Real Estate Investor Association group?
Sure, glad to do that. So, spent a career in the Marine Corps. After that, I took on a civil service job or government contractor job like many do, but that's when I started studying the real estate investing business. My dad kind of gave me the bug in my younger days, but I didn't really take it serious till I retired and had time to focus on it. But I started studying the business in 2000. Here it is, 2023. So I've got 23 plus years under my belt. Learned all sorts of strategies, really focusing on the creative deal structuring and helping homeowners prevent foreclosure and doing rehabs. Market's been great for rehabs the last couple of years, so it just was a natural thing to get into that business. And along the way, part of my interest was to give back and help new investors in this business. So I launched the West DFW REI Group in Fort Worth, and we've been doing that for 14 years this November. And we teach all the different strategies of real estate investing, including pre-foreclosures and foreclosures. So it's been fun.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service. Much respect.
You're welcome.
What are you currently seeing in distressed assets like pre-foreclosures or foreclosures in the Dallas-Fort Worth housing markets?
I deal with what I see, what kind of leads I have coming in, what kind of leads that my REIA group members and students are talking about. And honestly, I just don't see a big influx of pre-foreclosure type deals. There are some, but they're not huge. I happen to be working on one right now that's related to a death in the family and and she lost her job, no longer can afford the property and has a problem. I'm trying to prevent it from going to foreclosure. But I talked to a couple different agents about the market, what they're seeing, and again, they're not telling me that there's a huge number of pre-foreclosures going on here in Dallas-Fort Worth. I personally think part of that is because we have such a strong job market here. We have such a high demand for houses that many sellers know that they put their house on the market, they can have it gone in a couple of days. I think that's one thing that's preventing a lot of pre-foreclosure type properties in this market. There are some, foreclosure.com has several in my area right now.
What are your expectations for the rest of this year and really this fall? Do you see anything switching up, or do you think it's going to continue as is?
For me, the hard thing to tell is, what are the Feds going to do with interest rates? They're already high. I heard a comment the other day that they're thinking about another increase. Because of that, I'm hearing from the local realtors that home sellers that would normally be talking about selling or they're discussing selling, they're putting it off because they know if they sell, they have to go buy, and then the interest rates are too high. So our inventory is super low because people are afraid to list their property and go buy something else. As far as the rest of this year goes, I think you're going to start seeing investors have a problem because these investors that maybe are paying too much to start with, and I see that happening all the time here in Dallas-Fort Worth. It's hard to buy anything at a reasonable price anymore, but for those that did pay too much and they rehab it, when they get to the other end of the road and they have to get a buyer and they have to go qualify with a 7+% interest rate, they may find their buyer's pool is much smaller than what it would have been a year ago.
Yeah. No.
And if they aren't planning for that,
Hmm.
they could be in for a surprise. I hope that's not the case, but I'm afraid that's going to happen.
Well, Tim, I think that's all the time we have for today, but I do want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us. Is there anything else you want to mention to the audience before we get out of here?
I appreciate you having me, Tim. For anybody that's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you are interested, stop by and check out West DFW REI Group.com. We'd love to have you.
Perfect. Well, I hope you get lots of new members from this video. We hope you enjoyed this interview. Don't forget to sign up for our free email alerts over at foreclosure.com. Until next time, you got it. Until next time, I'm Tim Jones, and see you later, Tim Cook.
Thank you, Tim. And we should have another conversation about the TNT show.
Hey, I'm ready. Let's do it.